Good day, everyone. I'm Analay Emeterio, and my group will be presenting an OOP of Student and Subject Enlistment System. But first, what is an OOP? OOP stands for Object-Oriented Programming, which is a programming style that focuses on the identification and association of program ideas of inheritance and method. Moving forward to case number one.
Good day, sir. I am Gutierrez Miko of 2ITA, and I am going to present the option or case 1 in our midterm project. The program will allow the user to choose one of the given 7 options. If the user selects option 1 and inputs the detail of the new student, a new student record will be created. The application will prompt the user to enter the student's complete details in the course. Entering the number 1 in the console, the system will instantly generate a given ID for the new student. The variable ID for that student is declared in the student class. Next is the system is going to ask the user to what's the student's first name. Next is the last name. And lastly, the system will ask for the student's course. The user input will be then added into the student constructor which is parameterized with the ID, first name, last name, and course. The object will be then added in the stud list. Next is case 2.
Good morning, I am Catherine Asuncion and I will be discussing the case 2. If the user selects option 2, the program will allow the user to add subjects and unit. Each subject has a distinct subject ID that is automatically generated by the program. Then the program will allow the user to input the subject name and the number of its unit. The program will only allow integers on the units. If the user types a string or a character into the unit, the program will invalidate the input. Also, when another subject is added, the subject ID is incremented. After entering the subjects, the program will automatically display all the subjects in the record.
Case 3 na po.
Case
Good day, sir.
3.
Good day, sir. I am John Kenneth Aquino, and I will discuss the case 3. If the user choose the option 3, if there is an available data in the record, the system will proceed to ask the user to input the student ID, and if it is a valid input, the system will proceed to ask the user which subject to enlist the student. But if there is no available record, the program will print student subject record is empty, and will bring back the user to the menu selection, allowing the user to do another transaction or selection.
Case 4 na po.
Case number 4, please.
Good day, sir. I am Crystal Jindia and I am from 2ITA and I will be explaining case 4. So, if the user selects option 4, if there is no available record of student nor subject yet in the array list, the system will print student record is empty and will take back the user to the menu selection part, allowing user to choose a menu. And if there is a available data in the array list or record, the system will first require the user to input the student number, and then if the student number is valid, the program will proceed to ask the user for the subject ID to be removed. After inputting the subject ID to be removed, the subject will be removed from the student's list, and the system will go back to the menu selection, allowing the user to reselect an option. So let's proceed to another case.
Case 5 po.
My name is Jomar Flores, and I'm going to explain the case number 5. And for the option 5, if the user select option 5, the program will display the details of the student. And to display the student details, you need to input the generated given student ID to find the student details, including the subject list. And for the program, we put line method to separate it from the previous selection and put the student search student for executing search student. And for another line, to make it readable and clean, and break for terminating loop. Next is case number 6.
K6.
I am Carleron Galang and I'm going to discuss the option or K6 in our system project. If the user selects option 6 without any registered or stored data in the array list of students, the system will display student record is empty and will return to the menu selection, allowing user to choose an option again. And if user then enter a valid input, the system will then display all the details of the students included in the record, the student ID, name, and course.
Good day, sir. I am Charisma Azores, and I will be discussing option 7. If the user selects option 7, the system will be asking the user to identify the specific subject to display its recorded or enlisted students, and after the user provides the system the details it requires, it will be displaying all of the details of the enlisted students according to the certain subjects. But if there's no registered or recorded students and subject in the area list of the system will not be able to print any details and will rather print no records and will proceed to the menu selection again, allowing users to reselect their opinion.
K6, ano po?
Now,
Good day,
lastly,
sir.
is the case 0. Upon selecting option 0, the system will print successfully exit, thank you, and will automatically terminate the program. But if the user enters a letter, character instead of a number on any other option, the system will print invalid selection and will take the user back to the menu selecting, allowing the user to reselect an option.
Good day, sir.
That's all. Thank you for listening.
Validation.
Validation, validation. Good day, sir. I am John Kerwin Caballas. My student number is 2101068. I'm going to discuss how our validation works. First, please rerun the program. If the user choose the option 3 program, the program will check if the record on the student array list. To check if there's record, simply just check the size of the array list. And if the size is equal to 0, the program will tell the user that there is no student on the record. Next is if the user enlists a subject, the program will check if there is a record on the subject array list. Please enter student, add a student, please. Then choose to add this to enlist a subject on student. Same as the last validation, the program will check if there's a subject on a record. If the array list is size equals to 0, the program will tell the user there's no subject on the record. That's all. Thank you.
Again, thank you for listening.